Hello, my love.
Hello.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
You look fine. Show me that.
I'm fine.
You're too low. I'm better too low.
This is the voice I want to start using.
They showed you that voice.
I can't help it. This is the voice I was given.
But Nadia Nishani, that girl who does videos.
She showed me.
Nara, is it Nara?
Oh, Nara Smith.
Yeah.
When I did like a Nara Smith, like a blue one.
Then Maheta.
Who don't understand context.
They
Even setting
came.
the podcast on complaints.
They came in full force.
I'm like, whatever. It's funny. It's
Yeah,
satire.
that's the voice I'm used to.
This one?
Yeah.
I stick to
Very
it.
sexy, you know.
I don't know about sexy, but okay. Thank you. I don't think any man would be like, oh, Stu's voice is sexy.
I am any man.
I need better. I need more. I need...
Okay, it's not even 10 seconds.
It's not even 10 seconds. I've already come for you.
Succumbed.
I succumbed.
Fine. How are you, my love?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. This is episode number what?
Episode
12 or
number
13?
13. I have one job on this podcast. You know that it's my job, right? Do you even know that I do this every time?
Yes. You got this. That's that.
Yeah.
That was fast.
13.
Supposed to be February. We don't have February.
It's Jan. Tell me. It's February. It's not February 13th. It's the month of love. Are you excited about the month of love?
Well, you know me and where I stand with such matters.
Oh,
But
the coward.
yeah, yes, the coward guy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to an interesting month. I'll be there clapping for people, expressing their love for each other.
Except you.
Yeah, that's our love is this side. Yeah.
Ow, speak for yourself. I'm a lover.
Our.
I believe in love.
I'm Lee John.
What?
I'm Lee John.
Yeah, Lee
We are
John.
many, so when we're talking.
Oh my gosh. I got that.
How was your January?
January was good. I can't complain. January is good. Everybody complained it was long. It wasn't long for me because, you know me, I just do things the way I want. How was yours?
But it wasn't. This was the shortest January.
Yeah, right?
Except when it reached Kuma 20. That's when it slowed down.
I think January was unnecessarily long in the Zambian context. Too much happened in January for this small country. Starting with Dandy Crazy's death, Dandy Crazy's funeral, which was like a whole thing. And then from there, there was like scandal after scandal, drama after drama, all the way to Uwali Gate. I call it Uwali Gate. The Shima saga. It's crazy.
On that, I think... yes. We'll speak about it. Yes, there are people who call me, your maps bootlicker, Shanshani, but no. Anyone who watched his rant was complaining.
The whole 1 hour, 30 minutes.
It was 1 hour 30?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't watch the Nanka. I just watched the Shima part. That gentleman complained about a small group of people.
Yeah.
Not everyone. Yes, maybe people complain because he talked about food. He don't talk about food at the funeral, but he was very categorical with his address. I don't know if it's one person he was talking about. Yeah, well, seemingly it was one person, then maybe a few other people. But he wasn't talking about everyone. And
Did
also
he
he was
even
addressing
name names?
He did not drop any name. But that person who was guilty, I think, yes, he knew or they knew that this is being talked about. Then I saw people putting themselves in that situation. They're not even supposed. He talked about artists. He
Everybody
didn't talk
and their
about
grandmother.
some woman or some gent who's just a normal person in life. You see, but people, when people don't like you, whatever chance that presents itself, whatever. But don't know if is it porosity? I don't know if that's a word. Whatever opening you present, they will attack you. And this is what happened to your maps. Those people who didn't like him from the get-go opened up. They showed their true colors, you see. And that's what the problem is. Ungratefulness.
Yeah.
No,
and people were mean. They said a lot of mean things.
Yeah.
Even meanest was his body,
you see.
his family.
Now I shouldn't talk about people he's helped. If he's going to help you out at your lowest, I don't see why you're supposed to speak ill of him.
Exactly.
So he got wind of the information that was being Nankan.
He helps you in private. You bash him in public.
Obviously.
Like, even me, I'll be like, you know what? Bro, I was paying your rent. And now this is what you're saying about me.
Yeah, he was addressing ungratefulness.
Exactly. That's the whole reason why A$AP Rocky is on trial right now in the US. You know that?
Who did he shoot?
Huh?
Who did he
that
shoot?
Guy, Leo what? You know that the crew is actually A$AP.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that guy, I've forgotten his name, I can't pronounce his name. Mm-hmm. But they've had the whole court case, and it's all the thing that, this guy has made it out the hood and now he thinks he's better than us kind of mentality.
So you followed him to his place?
They did a whole squabble, they met in the streets. I mean, I've seen the footage, I can't comment much because...
Wasn't it by accident? A$AP doesn't look...
I saw the footage.
Oh.
But he was pushed to that. Anyway, we can't talk about it.
Yeah,
I don't know much about it. But the whole idea is that it's that thing where you have made it and the people who you were with from the beginning.
You were struggling together.
Exactly. Them, they're still struggling.
Who you are Akonisa
Bwanji. Then there are all these, you know what? People will talk at the end of the day. They will talk, and people, I don't think Maps is the kind of person who goes around...
He doesn't.
Talking about, for him to talk that day, he was pushed. He sang his kahata out, maheta, mawat, my boy. Mm-hmm. He sang. Mukati akungoika mumachani.
Tumasabu.
Vimajenzi navo.
Oyo.
Kajama to. Damn me. It couldn't come out.
Wala.
It was like a cartoon.
When we meet, so na vale seatbelt, then you see police.
Seatbelt. He panicked. I'm like, look at this black person over there struggling with the door. Yes. So guys, thank you for following Chairs and Chills. We love you. We appreciate you. There's been a lot of conversations about podcasts and people shooting podcasts saying what? Everybody's a thought leader in this country.
Call him a think piece.
And
now you see that's why you see how weird social media can be.
Yeah.
Because the same people who come and tasha you are the same ones who are contributing to
the other side. The same ones who send you DMs, hide my identity, are the same ones who are showering. I can read. I know.
I've got photographic memory.
I know your names, bro. I know who you are. Why are you go to this influencer, they say something, you
contribute.
You're leaking bad. You say this one, you come to me, keep at it.
Hey, man.
Bruh, I was not born yesterday.
I think we should post them. I took screenshots before blocking them.
How do you block? Huh?
I block, but I take screenshots for future reference. Then you meet them, he's giving you chimwela, this person. This one was pontering on social media. And
the problem is that people also don't understand that podcasts have genres like any other.
Exactly.
It's whatever you're into. It's like podcasts are like books, but you're speaking. If I'm not reading a certain book, it doesn't mean that book is bad.
Yeah.
It means it's not for me. If you don't like something, just go ahead.
Just stay away from it. Just
do what? And others, they just watch our trailers and then they go and talk.
Yeah, they deduce from there. Just
have you watched it, Joe? Have you listened?
The whole Nankane, because that's just, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Out of
1 minute
minutes.
30. 1 minute 30. 90 seconds is 90 what minutes. A trailer reel is. And then all of a sudden, you're making assumptions based on that. I disagree. Why do you disagree?
I don't know. Look at me and Stu, the things we talk about on our Facebooks and our TikToks.
Talk about? Exactly.
This is what I addressed. They want to talk about, they want us to talk about Jesus or something. No, guys, they are podcasts specifically for religion and whatnot.
They are
and
there
I even
for
said,
you.
I will provide links to those podcasts.
Even me.
If you want something that's going to build you, if you want Africa Must Think, King Oshani, those motivational things, they are podcasts.
They are there.
Here we discuss lifestyle. We are spontaneous. We discuss everything that surrounds us.
And we don't want to shy away because these are things that affect us as young people.
Affecting everybody.
Everybody in the streets, everything that's happening around, these are things that we know. So we are free. we want to talk about that openly.
Especially those midalas who came. No, we can't be talking about marriage.
When you said anything about your pubes, everybody was like, this one is childish.
My own.
He'll never. What? This one is a useless man. You'll be a shit husband. I was like, there's truth in some things, but I'm joking.
Wow, stop. And then those same ones who are talking like that. Number one, hide my ID.
Hide my ID.
Those who come criticizing.
My wife doesn't want what. You are now a traditional man facing modern problems. And now you come to the heathens again. Hey, I'll be refusing. I'm like,
So in conclusion, everything will be discussed on this podcast.
Everything.
It was written, now I'm saying it.
Yeah.
If you do not like it, if you are not happy, lobby.
Just go somewhere else. You're free.
You see.
It's a free nation, but don't make your assumptions.
Talking about the same things over and over again.
We act like
That's
we're
why
a village.
Discuss entitlements.
Where entitlement? There's too much entitlement on people.
Because I follow you, you must post, you must say the things I want. That's how these people come off.
But we don't want to do that.
No.
We want to be our own people. I think you and I are the people who have just been like, this is who I am online, and this is what I bring. You either like it or you don't. And I personally, I use the word I personally a lot.
Kagule Simon.
Simon.
Kashte Simon go for him.
You hear all me dollars, the thing about, like, you're not as smart as you think you are, first of all. I don't know who lied to you that you sound smart when you write things that are derogatory or against other people.
The wife.
It just shows how pathetic you are as a human being at the end of the day. Nothing can make you happy. You know what? Foreplay for you is wasted. Sorry. Go on. Huh?
You went too loud.
I was too loud.
No, you went all out.
I'm just saying that.
Not because they're dishing out, so even as we can dish out. And
we'll dish out.
We get tired also. Even as we're just people.
We're nice people. We're always laughing. We have no drama. We're just like lovely. People think they know us. They don't even know us like that.
You see, my name is not even Links. They don't know us as people, you understand?
Today I found links in my DMs.
Oh.
From 2019.
And I wasn't inappropriate,
You were not. You were trying. I don't know what you were trying to get at.
No, I don't know what you had posted. I think it was
maybe
name
like
suggestions.
A name suggestion. You came in my DMs.
Yes. So I was trying to bring out my creativity. Like, okay, stick on Dana na Montoyo, Tizondana, but let me see if we can at least be friends.
The email was very cordial. I was very respectable.
Yes. So I hadn't seen who was behind the Zambian feminists
at the time.
I didn't know who you were.
Oh, that's what you meant by talking to someone you don't know.
Yes. Then you posted a photo like,
Chiziba manje.
This my girlie.
Surprise, surprise. So, today, right into the topic.
A shower.
10 minutes. Today we're talking about cheating. And I think...
attacked.
What do you mean you feel attacked? We haven't even started.
So that was supposed to be in my head. Go on,
Today we're talking about cheating.
Okay, yes. That's
How are you attacked by the topic suggestion?
Sorry, even it was in my head. I said that.
You're used to...
At what?
You're used to being on the defense all the time.
Choose your words wisely.
I'm choosing them. I'm saying you're used to being on the... I just said cheating. All of a sudden, you to my receptors just stood up. The defense mechanism was already...
Defense is my forte.
What about cheating?
In fact, I think we should be beginning with definitions.
What's cheating according to you?
Betrayal of trust of the person that you are maybe romantically involved with. That's a decent definition.
I think it's very decent.
That was off the top.
Yeah. Betrayal of trust. Yeah, you spot on. I can't even add on to that.
So, Muchibemba. Okay, Muchibemba. I don't know how to put those words in Bemba. Muchinyanja. Dinizani.
It's difficult.
Konyonya muntu where kukonda.
In Lozi. I can't.
How do you say dribble in Lozi?
Kubapala mutu, like to play somebody.
Exactly.
Kubapala or something like that.
Or that.
Like, the first question I want to ask today is that, do you think that cheating has intensified now in this modern era, or it's always been there, but people hid it better back then?
Let me tell you something.
Tell ma.
Let me tell you something. Back then. Back then.
Yes, please.
I think our parents were the maestros of cheating. Because how are you dribbling all these people without a phone? How do we have so many step siblings?
Bruh, uncles from other
No
people,
phone?
nothing.
Nothing.
And others were illiterate. They couldn't even write.
Exactly. But somehow this man makes it happen. This woman, okay, women, not so much.
Men,
I think
back
that's what
then,
the difference is then and now. Women have just learned the art now.
you literally have to go meet somebody, drop a line for you to get with them.
Exactly. And I think most of these meetings were happening during,
Church.
Yes, church.
Church mostly. Church,
Perpetrators,
church is
man.
a social... It's a social club.
It's a social club.
Technically, it's a social club. You're going there once on a Saturday or Sunday during the week. Then you've got something on Friday, and then you've got a week of prayer. Then you've got a camp. You've got all that. Church is a very time-consuming social calendar event. And that's where...
And the only difference between a church and club is the music and...
Too early.
For music, dress code, and motive. So basically, maybe most or some are going there for God to discuss Nankani. Some are going to actually meet. I'll tell you this, my days as a churchgoer, there were so many times I would see the youths and these slightly above youths mingle, be on their phone throughout the whole service and whatnot. They didn't go, for them it was just attendance.
Exactly.
That's it. But the things they're doing while it's at church is where it's at. That's what the problem is. And then for our parents, they did it in a very respectable way. Something where you have got chitente, or maybe you're at church, and then you start mingling. Those same things for saying goodbye after church. There,
outside,
you are planning. There's no phone number to exchange. You tell that person where to meet and what time. They were punctual.
Kuchimtengo.
At the tree.
At the tree.
Pare
Mwanza.
Pare bashiranga ni mintesa nomba kuria kunu makucha. So nkusange fokoroko na rice. O inka kusange pa chiberushi. Fokoroko tukakumana pare kana katave nomba kurukungu. And they knew how to coordinate and kind. So you see, this woman is married, the man is also married. But their marriage is not cutting, so they're trying to see how best they can outsource. They would do that. And then hot time, and there was no DNA. So hot time,
I would do that.
I would do that.
You would do that.
I'm saying I would. Hot time, the second child for is not for the husband. It's for that elder for church. I know this raises a lot of insecurities, but it's just the society that we grew up in.
And
so,
oh, sorry, go on.
Yes. So now you cut my line of thought, but I was flowing.
Flow? You can't flow anymore?
No, I can't flow anymore. But the whole idea of just them doing all these things without phones was a different skill set, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say... I think it's draw. The only difference now is women have also entered the chat. There's even groups now, like you posted, where they even post that, is anyone involved in this man?
They're not cheating. They are looking for cheaters. That's a different conversation we're going to get into later.
Okay.
But for me, what I also know is that the other places back in the day where people used to cheat, well, not cheating, but sexual activity started early was at schools. Like people like me who come from, like, I don't want to say teenage pregnancies back in the day, but like I can't call myself a victim. I wasn't there. But you find that a lot of people back then fell pregnant when they were in school because there was also a social activity. There was not much to do. Because back then, when you're going to groove, when you're going to the club, you're going to what? Back then, it was money. And some people maybe didn't have money. Young people didn't have money. But then again, when I want to get deep now into history. When Kenneth Kaunda came into power, right? Kenneth Kaunda wanted everybody to get an education, and the education system through the government was so strong in that young people encouraged to go into vocational schools and also universities, and they were highly incentivized by the government, giving them money for upkeep, for all that. It was a period from the late 60s to almost early 80s where these children were being given money to go to school, and most of these people, 80s to almost late 80s, most of these people, because don't forget that me I make a gig, my
Let
gig
her
mode.
cook.
From my analysis, right, it's that back in the day, when Kenneth Kaunda came to power, coming from a period of colonization. And after the British were gotten rid of, Kenneth Kaunda was like, we need to improve and push harder on education so that more people can be educated and this can be better for our economy. So what he did then was encourage a lot of people, one, go into ZNS training after school so you can get that military training and education for you to be responsible and also, and from there, going to school. Most of them went into vocational schools. Those were privileged university. And the government was paying them allowances, which were so much at the time that most of these people were actually able to take care of their families. That is something that we don't have these days. So they did have some money here and there. And once you finished your vocational training, whether you were doing a thing for 2 years, 8 months or something, there were jobs available for people and they were getting paid. That's why from the late mid-80s all the way up, your first generation of people finally getting jobs, people finally making changes in their family, generational, wealth. Most of them started from that time because you're getting 20, 30 pounds or something. Even me, I'm a product of that. My grandfather went to school and he was getting to they used to get paid and they would put the money in these big metal boxes in the towns, open it during Welensky, post Welensky after, actually. Oh, my grandfather is old. But, so you find that is where people started making money. And with money comes more freedom. And with freedom comes independence to choose partners, sleep around. They got rid of that thing that your parents have to find you a spouse to marry. All of a sudden now, you can afford to sleep with who you want. And that's when now, mid-80s, early 80s, HIV.
There was no HIV then.
That's when it started.
In the 80s, yes. No, I mean before that.
Before that, it was Chipande.
Freestyle.
Come on, come on.
Everyone was freestyling.
How can you feel living in a world without HIV? What would you do in a world without HIV?
Links Lungu.
Links Lungu.
You don't know.
In a world with, let's say there's no HIV, there's no syphilis, there's no gonorrhea.
There's no matenda.
There's no matenda, okay, pretty much.
You're just clapping cheeks.
You wouldn't get tired.
Look at the way I'm smiling, as if it's already happening.
You're just everywhere. Everything. Whoever wants what, you just want to. So you have no morals.
A moral.
When you are given the opportunity to do something, you just want to go in.
If she's cute.
That is your one thing in life, is if it's cute.
If she's cute.
You're
asking me.
Do you pick partners?
Hypothetical question.
I'm mad. Do you pick partners based on if she's cute?
No, look. Where you're coming from, you're asking me a question. If there was no uncanny, look at the hypothetical question.
Is how women trap you?
You've seen.
I'm like, what the hell?
If there was no matenda, if there was no uncanny, in these hands.
Everywhere.
Bro. Galo.
What if there's no matenda, but for every time you sleep with somebody, they fall pregnant?
Oh, no, there's a problem there. There's a problem.
For every nut, it's a child.
You know where I stand with pregnancies. There's a problem.
I don't know where you stand with pregnancies.
So, but okay, look. So the whole idea of illnesses is not there, but the only risk there is pregnancy. I trust my pull-out game. It's decent. You've asked me questions.
Okay, you've answered.
I've answered them.
But then, what if you found a partner who had everything that you're looking for? Would you still try to find a reason to cheat?
Let me tell you something. I have always believed that human beings can never be content. That's just my belief. From the few readings I have done, especially historically, I have come to find that many cultures were allowed to actually have many wives. I think polygamy is a natural instinct for animals. We're animals. Yes, we're human beings who cannot act like the wild animals and whatnot. But contentment is a very far-fetched idea.
What is the one thing that the Bible says or religious teaching says that God gave mankind?
I'll look at Apostle Paul. Apostle Paul said, if the desire to clap cheeks intensifies, find a wife. This is what the idea of fornication is talked about. For looking at it religiously, you can only find one wife. That is in the New Testament. Then, with the Mosaic law...
Correct. My boy. With the Mosaic law?
The Mosaic law was... I think it didn't really specify how many wives you could take. Because back then, the Jews would marry even more than one wife. As long as you're able to take care of all of them equally. That's where it was at. And if those people could do that, then it was right in God's sight. The changes came in the New Testament when Jesus Christ came and rewrote. Because the Testaments are different. The Old Testament is agreement between God and the Israelites.
Yeah.
Then this one is between God and everybody else. Jesus Christ came to make amendments and whatnot. So, it's judging by the agreement, the New Testament, it's one wife. That is why I decided to break out of Christianity for a bit, because
you were worried
I believe
about
in the Old Testament.
Me, the God of the Old Testament. That's my guy.
That was my boy.
He comes through
It
for
didn't
me.
take nonsense also.
I respect him. He scares me a lot.
These guys are sinning. Flag them.
Oh, you are hungry and then you insult me. Snakes. Oh, Moses is there getting the 10 Commandments. They're having a party with Aaron.
Fire.
Fire. Drink.
Fire them.
You shall get that calf, that golden calf. You shall melt that golden calf and you shall drink it.
God of the Old Testament.
Wait, Negroes are arguing. He's not happy. He opened the earth. Wah! Chua!
Swallow them. He didn't have time.
Ain't nobody got time.
He didn't have time at Voyambana na van.
Yes, God
didn't have time for that.
Zero.
Because look at what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Owns were smashing each other. No.
Those guys saw angels.
It's your rainbow.
Bruh.
Well, you see, that's where the pressure came from.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Those guys saw angels. You know that story. They saw angels that came to Lot. And they were like, oh, Raja, who are those hands?
Okay, but it was...
Who are those hands? Give us a number. Where can we rock to them? We want that one.
And these were male angels.
These are male angels. The male angel, God was like,
what kind of fear? What kind of courage do you have? You see angels coming.
Hey.
Like where? These
ones.
But many of them.
Fresh meat.
Guys.
Even them, the angels.
Okay,
we're looking for Lot's house.
Can you blame God for what
he did?
Hey,
handsome.
Can you blame God for what he did to them?
No, you can't.
And then my girl, was it the same period she turned into salt?
Yes, because she was like, the life I'm living behind, bruh.
I don't think that was the case. I think she was looking at the destruction. She felt chikonko. And that's why maybe she left something in the house.
No, that chick was like, the parties were wild. Lot is old. I was the talk of the town and I was a foreigner among these people.
I'll tell you one thing.
Everybody wanted me.
I'll tell you one thing. Didi was part of those parties. He reincarnated.
Did you?
As a proper He reincarnated, I swear.
Did you really?
I see what you did there, Pop.
Did you was at those parties?
He was full-fledged.
But you know what?
My boy commanded those chills.
But you know what? When you think of those chills from the Old Testament and you follow the story of Lot, as we don't go to church, but I love these stories because I love reading. You follow that story. After all that Lot goes through, his daughters are like, yo, we've been in this cave for bells. Mom is a pillar of salt.
Ovulation.
We're ovulating. We need to have them babies. The only person available
Do you know
is
this
who?
story, The one for Lot.
That was
And his
available
daughters.
to give them babies was who?
Ovulation, hammered. And then just the three of them, Pachalo.
Time. I was bulky. When the story had, the Bible had, the last story in the Bible, two last stories, which always confuse me. There's the story of, is it Judah?
What did Judah do?
Judah and, was that Tamar? I don't know if it's Tamar. Judah and his daughter-in-law.
He clapped.
His son was married and the son died. No, because the son used to smash the wife. And then he didn't want to make her pregnant. Every time it was time to come, he would release on the floor.
What did Onan? The one was killed by God.
Was it Onan? For
Yes.
not pulling a hair.
Onan's brother had passed away. So
yes.
Onan was told by God to smash so that they can continue.
Yes. And him is like, you know what? I'm not nothing in this.
He denied. Pull
On
out
the
damn
floor.
strong is when
God was like, you want to waste it? You know what you're going to
God
do?
looked at him at this one.
You go
Then
dip.
listen.
And then he dipped. And then he died. And then this chick is like, I can't be a widow 2 times over. So she went and sat by the gate, and the father-in-law was getting old. He couldn't see properly. Thought he was a prostitute. Took her in, smashed.
You see, this is why I don't believe those stories. I swear.
Bro, that's what happened. That's what happened.
That's why I'm saying I don't believe these stories. How drunk
And
are
then-
you?
Oh, he got so drunk, she got his walking stick. And then they were like, oh, the widow is pregnant. We gotta banish her. Murder, kill. And then she goes, how do you kill me when the person who made me pregnant is the owner of this stuff? And then she released like, wait,
that happened?
Bruh! And then the guy is like, oh shit, that's my shit. That's how she was spared.
We need this on Netflix.
Bro, we need to do like a whole episode on Bible stories, but
Bible
booking.
stories are where it's at. I'm telling you.
Things started there. David.
What did David? Oh, David wanted to smash Bathsheba.
Yes, David.
Sent her husband to battle. Chief, you're the one leading these people. Do you wear unkala kusogolo, big
It's
man?
my honor to save the king. Can see some
Can't
boobies
see,
on the
I'm
rooftop.
to meet a few ones, but David.
Chua, who has died?
My boy went to the roof
Urea.
to watch.
To watch.
But even I think
She's like, ooh, it's a hot day today. I'm just going to bath on the rooftop in front of the palace.
But David's
just there with my grapes.
Okay, but these things have been going on for a long time.
It's not
It's in every culture.
It's in everything. He was there.
But why didn't my... Okay, but David now. And you see, these are the people God appointed.
These are people who exactly...
Was David Jesus' grandfather?
It's somewhere in the lineage, and then he became... he's the
Nalishwe
great-grandfather of Boaz, right? The Boaz is the husband to Ruth. After I think he died, and then she went, and then even her Naomi, Ruth, the daughter-in-law to Naomi. She was like, her husband died. She's like, I'm not going back, Ma. I'm coming with you. And then they're like, yo, we are hungry. You need to go pick up the wheat in the field of Boaz. And then she's speaking like, no, you know what you need to do? You need to be going there at night and sleeping at his feet. And then she was put, of Boaz. She would sleep there, and then you'd wake up like, tell me, who is that woman picking? She was not picking the wheat, but she was picking when the pickers pick. She's the one who goes to pick what has been unpicked, that has been left behind. He's like, you guys, when you're picking now, Boaz, now that was his line. You guys, when you're picking now, I want you guys to be dropping a little bit more so that my Guza can be picking. And then Naomi's like, bruh, you came up with all this wheat. Yeah, I think Boaz did something. Go sleep at his feet. Kenzo go na che. Laz. Next thing you know, she is a descendant of Jesus. all the way to the line of Jesse.
There was even a story for Leah and Rachel.
Leah and Rachel was wild.
Because the Bible is built with so... There's
You
so
guys
many...
see how much I'm obsessed with Bible stories?
There's so much infidelity.
Leah and Rachel. Who did who?
Rachel is the one who cried. That's what I remember. I remember Rachel's tears. So Leah did... she dribbled Rachel somehow.
Rachel dribbled Leah.
Who was older?
Leah was older.
Leah was supposed to get married.
Leah was older. Yes, Leah was supposed to get married.
Why was Rachel crying?
She was the one who was supposed to get married.
Rachel was
Yes.
supposed to get married.
Then they're like, you can't get this one. Oh, they made him work for 7 years. They're like, it's time to marry. They're like, no, you can't marry this one
You
now.
had to graft for 7 years for a girl.
Yes, he grafted. Yeah, for a job. It was deeper than that. It was love for him.
Wow.
You're not marrying this one. You know what?
Ones were intense.
Get the first one. It's like, but I worked for this one. No pressure.
Then he worked again. Another 7. 14 years. He grew old. Just for a hand. Okay, people are focused.
Abraham, Rebecca. Going to get Rebecca for Abraham.
What's his name?
Which one?
The one who were working. The one who was working for them. The guy was supposed to marry.
Jacob. Jacob, right?
But
That was
Jake.
Jake. It was Jake. You.
Jake somewhere, right?
You Jake, that's why Jake, after he married that one, that chick was nothing but
Jacob,
trouble.
Esau's brother.
No,
That was another Jacob.
No, Jacob.
Yes.
Esau's brother.
Yes. Mm-mm. It's their father is the one. Esau and Jacob. Isaac is the one who was working for Leah and Rachel. Isaac was the father to Leah and Rachel. Isaac was the husband to Leah and Rachel.
It was no.
Yes.
Isaac was the son of Abraham.
Yes.
Isaac.
Is the one who went.
Isaac
He's the one who
and
went to
Ishmael,
work.
I remember. Isaac and Ishmael were brothers. Then Isaac was the father to Jacob and Esau.
Yes, he's the one.
I'm Pastor
And that's
Links.
when now, it gets booky because Rachel was like, listen, I waited to marry this guzo for a long time and my son is not going to be first in line to the throne to get the ish. So what I'm going to do is put on the fur. Your father was blind because he married me young. He will not feel the difference between...
No, so you can't tell what this is animal
adia
facial.
supu. Pali nkani ya supu ya
Supu ya
mbuzi.
mbuzi muntu wanga. Menya.
So much stuff here before.
Before the older one. No mbaile takwa bati yao. You don't know your son feels.
He just, at come close, I feel you.
Mwana we what nimbushi.
How hairy was Esau?
No, because a goat skin you can feel at all. Inimbushi.
Unless they burned some, they removed it.
Oh, guys.
Nako come closer.
Tiwaishi watao. Wait, you feel.
Either way, like, I gave Jacob the blessings and God is like, it is what it is.
Oh, man.
This guy right here is the one who's going to start the New Testament. He's going to be the lineage of Jesus Christ.
But we know them.
But these are now examples biblically of cheating, right? These are things that you're like, oh yes, this used to happen. Somehow they used to get green cards.
Yeah. Because they were chosen by God. That was part of their journey. They chose in a different path.
Imagine my man cheats on me, makes a woman pregnant, then they're like, that one. What am I doing in this story?
No, because he's chosen.
What am I doing in this story?
Because there was a time I think I had cheated on my girlfriend. I think I felt chosen. Because I was looking at the examples in the Bible. And I was looking at the examples in the Bible. If God can do this for these people, what more me? Perhaps cheating is my gateway to prosperity. And
was it your gateway to prosperity?
the consequences were dire.
But then, like when we're younger and then you're in a relationship and then you cheat, it was more on the emotional scale because there was also not really much to lose back then. I think the cheating for when you are youngsters, why you look at me like that?
Yeah.
The cheating for when you're youngsters and the cheating for when you're older, it slaps different, especially when there's a lot to lose in your old age as compared to in your younger age. You get what I mean?
I do.
Like, he broke my heart. I have to take the teddy bear back. Fine. But, he broke my heart. We have a plot in Palavana. We've got 3 children. We've got 3 cars. We've got property uku. And all that now is at risk. And your decision to stay or not is based by the assets that are both in your names.
You've heard of Twaikarirabana?
these children who everyone stays for.
Yeah.
Chijuna chamene nchikopo school.
This is like a family, you know. Yes.
Sorry.
There's always something in your later stages, in your older ages. There's always something to stay for. To remain for. When you're starting off in relationships and whatnot, that heartbreak case might hit because you haven't experienced betrayal before. But it's obviously cheating for maybe petty reasons. And then you boys gifts and whatnot. But then your older age, like you've said, there's a lot to lose. So that's why so many people stay.
Would you cheat on your partner if they will say 3 million kwacha at stake?
You would cheat, but then obviously no, people cheat. People make so much money, but then also now that we've got Maprina, Puma, Chani, you've got obviously separate accounts. Then there are those accounts that you don't tell your partner about. Yeah, those that are
like, imagine you have finally, as an individual, got what you've always wanted. Yeah? You have the house, you have the woman, you have the kids, you have the property. You would risk it for some coochie.
I'll say sorry.
You would say sorry. No, I want you to think hard on that. Because for me, that's how I look at cheating. I personally, I don't like cheaters. I am against cheating. I think it's a weakness. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. If ever I have been with a cheater, I'm not the one cheating. You know what I mean? Like, let me explain.
You know what cheated?
Let me explain.
Go
I
on.
have once, but let me explain how I look at it. It might be messed up to people, but this is how I see it. You come to me, you want me. Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know where you're from. I don't know where your people are. I don't know your situation. And most times I don't want to know because I'm not the one who took the vows, who made the vows. It's not my duty to ensure someone's partner does not cheat on them. It's your responsibility to be like, I don't want to cheat or I shouldn't be cheating.
Yeah.
But if I find out one way or another, I'm definitely stepping out. You know, I'm like, I don't want to be in that mess anyway. It's flipping crazy. But my point is that if you are the one who's put yourself in a position to cheat, you should be held accountable for that. And that's why the problem is, people now end up also, if it's a woman, you're pointing at the woman at, you're dating a married man. This married man knew he was married, you know? And that's how I view things, in that you know where you're coming from. Like, please, I beg, don't tell me that rubbish. Don't tell me that, I'm not calling your marriage rubbish, but don't tell me that. Don't put me in that situation where I have to make a moral judgment for you because you're not man enough to make it for yourself. But now I'm looking at it from a point of view where you're coming from a place where you have everything, or everything you've ever wanted, you vision boarded it. You vision boarded it. You've got the wife, the house, the car, the what. And you still want to risk it for 15 minutes of basic pussy.
30.
No, but that's the thing. Sorry for the big word I used there. But for me, that's how I see it. Like, again, why are your priorities messed up? I don't know. That's how I view cheating.
It's not really about priorities. Like, I don't know. I'm speaking for... I'm speaking in a realistic sense. Cheating isn't something that should happen. Let's not normalize it.
Yep.
Obviously, we're not going to be negative completely. There are relationships and marriages that have lasted a lifetime. Not everyone cheats. The people who are just genuinely interested in each other and love each other to a point where they are willing not to do wrong to each other.
Their content, yeah.
Exactly. And then, yes, we do have now the sect of people who married for the wrong reasons, dated for the wrong reasons, and these are things that are unavoidable.
Facts.
So most times you don't know what your partner intends or plans for you. Yes, they do come off loving and whatnot, but whole time maybe they just wanted to sleep with you. And then over time, they feel guilty because maybe you people have been sleeping together for a long time. You establish a relationship, yes, but now they don't know how to get out of it. So now also because they are friends, or mostly this is happening with men, they are fellow men getting married and all that stuff. So he didn't want to feel left out. So he decides, okay,
It's also
Kuliko
time.
huyu, this one is already there. Let me see if I can marry her. You see? And so he will decide to marry you, not because he loves you, but because he's under pressure. So family is pressuring him to get married. Also, there's peer pressure. Marriage also does come from peer pressure. I have seen my colleagues get married not because they actually loved the woman.
But
I think time yafika ni bareko tubana. He has no regard for that woman except that she's a baby making machine. Things like that are happening. You see? So also, cheating obviously is not warranted or guaranteed or is not supported. But the fact that you got married, not because you love her, but because of external factors, from society, I don't know, force and whatnot, you decide, okay, let me settle down. And you're not mentally settling down. You're doing that for sure. And then with women also, she decides, yes, let me get married. The woman decides, yes, let me get married also because I'm getting pressure from my family. Did she get married for the right reasons? No. She got married because she was forced into it. So now, these are marriages where you see the woman is doing like this, the man is doing like this. We'll meet at home. Then we also see excuses where she's confronted by a fellow woman. I'm coming to you as a woman.
Woman to woman.
And then she says, it's okay. It still comes back to me.
No, bruh.
You see? There's no love in that home.
Ain't nobody coming to me. You are sleeping outside.
And also another problem that we see with this whole cheating thing, who to confront. Say you find your husband cheating. Why are you attacking the other woman?
Because she's obviously, I think usually they attack the other woman because they feel she's the weaker person, because they are not ready to confront their partners, because it's either one. It's a sign that this is the end. If I confront him and things don't go well, this thing might end, and she's not ready to face that truth. It's rather to attack the external force, something that's coming in, and that's why they go and attack the other woman. Because you're not getting accountability from your own partner. You want to go attack somebody who was just found there. Like, one thing I don't understand is, why is it that married women always want single women, especially single women, to be the voice of reason, to say no when these men come to them? Why is it that the person who you married, who respects you, does not have the decency to tell you that he's stepping out of the marriage? Why then should you attack somebody who maybe sometimes these men also lie? What I know is that married men lie a lot to single women. But these days also the truth is that, please, that's a bottle opener. The truth also is that with the scarcity of men on the market, a lot of single women know that these men approaching them are married. Now, is it my duty as a single person to say no to a man, or what?
So, I have the answers to you. One, poverty. Poverty is one of the biggest reasons why women... Okay, one, I talked about confrontation. She's afraid of confronting the husband because what happens if he leaves me?
Exactly.
Where would I go? So now you're confronting someone who might have not known that this man is married. Because yes, we've seen cases where men lie about their marital status. Who's this woman? She stays at my place. That's your whole wife. Yeah, she's my sister. She came with her kids. That's your family.
Cousin.
You see, there's all that. So poverty is the biggest driving force. And so now, because this man is one who takes care of you, this is why it's important for you women to make money. Money avoids nonsense. You can leave anytime. So you find that this man, that's his advantage. I can do anything to her. I have had chats. Sorry, men's conference. I'm still speaking. I've had chats with Bakuru. Yeah. There are times when I drink with these late 40s into 50s men. So I'm seated quietly, listening to their conversations, and most times you find that, chapa nyumba. So we have things like that because one, he told you not to go to school. Two, he tells you not to get a job because that's the only leverage he has on you. And he will make sure you do not attend those things. If you are married, it's really sad. You're married to him and he knows even if he cheats.
What are you going to do? You've got 4 children. Who's taking you in with your 4 children?
Exactly. He found you struggling.
You've got no job, no education. Where are you going to go?
And then he will even shout at you. You actually protect the side chick that you found out. Why umkaripida? And then you'll be there looking like a fool.
You even go confront her. You want to beat. And then your husband is like, Nangaimwe.
And side chicks, they have palmered now because of the power that the gents or the men have given to them. Because now they call them as your sister. Your older sister is waiting.
Is waiting. The disrespect.
It's the older sister all the time.
Your sister is waiting.
Your sister is waiting. Let me go. I'll see you tomorrow, baby. Don't call me after 17 hours.
Vima yo papangono na futika. There's
a small
there
respect.
There are 2 types of cheaters. There are those who cheat, but they will be like 17.
Ka-conscious kariko.
Kaend kazima ka phone. He has a SIM for you. Family time, Lushomo.
Yes.
And then there are those who just don't care.
Do whatever
blatantly
you want.
Do it in front of you.
He will show you. And then most times, from what I have seen, it's those that they fuitila marriage for. You guys, he got you pregnant.
And then they said,
the family.
Tamuleta.
There's no regard. Especially if you didn't love her, you guys didn't have a relationship, then they bring her to your house.
Can I put my legs before?
Do, baby, do.
It can't reach.
It can't reach, huh? Okay. There, I think, from what I have seen, there's no love in the home. And this guy will do whatever the hell he wants. Because, well, I didn't
want this. I didn't plan for this. And you are here. You're now an extra mouth to feed. So
don't tell me what to do.
And on top of that, you're lazy. You don't even clean.
That's even worse now. Like, I found somebody better. In fact, I love this one. I don't love you. These things are happening in real time.
And I can be sad.
I know there's someone out there who's watching who's going through this situation because her family pushed her
to marry. To be married.
They had an agreement, but then she was pushed into this non-connect.
You know what's so interesting though, Links? When it comes to these relationships and rubbishness, it's that when you are having consensual sex, right? When you are fornicating together or you're longanaling together, it's so nice. Until the day someone is pregnant, all of a sudden...
Choke me daddy.
It goes from choke me daddy is... I am choking. I can't breathe around you.
Choking you now.
Hey, that's exactly what it was. Like the turn of events from it's lovely, it's playful to shit. Now our parents are involved. What? You're the father. I'm not the father. You're the father. I'm not the father. My mother, my family is coming to you. All of a sudden, it goes from I like you this much to this chick has been forced on me like that.
Pregnancy.
Why?
Pregnancy changes.
You act like, why do men act like when a woman is pregnant, it's out of her own, what's that word? Violation?
I don't know that word.
The word is that, anazifunila kunkala na mimba. When it takes two to make a child to be pregnant, especially if you're not using protection, what do you think is going to come out of her vagina? A basketball?
Did we plan for the pregnancy?
Huh? What do you mean, did you plan?
No, look,
why
listen,
did you nut in someone when you know she's not on contraception? And
squeezed your bums and said, come in me, I'll take a contraceptive.
No one has ever said, come in me, I'll take a contraceptive. No one has ever said that.
Let me show it. Okay.
No one has ever said, come in me, I'll take a contraception.
You know,
contraceptive. It just do it.
You know I said that?
Do me.
Say the truth. I shame the devil. You know I said that before.
You can say, I am not, like, there's a difference with come in me or just do it or just come. Not, come with me, I'm going to take a contraceptive.
No. I don't know what I'll do.
Why are you not buying the contraceptive in the morning?
Still question. You know I told the guy, I'd come in me.
You know what? For sake, number one.
Because
And
there you know
two,
that there are preventive measures.
But why
Afterwards,
is it that if you also came, why should you be the one? Why should
Me wanted to pull
why
out.
should
Me wanted to pull out.
liar?
And then
If
you squeeze.
you even ask, you ask because you ask. No. You ask because you know you can't control yourself. You're asking because you can't control yourself.
No.
And then all of a sudden it's a
That's not
woman's
true.
fault for falling pregnant. You can't. If she says don't come, you pull out.
Yes.
Bull beans, liar. Liar.
God is my witness.
You also want her, you want to not pull out. That's why you have that question. If you yourself, you knew that the consequences of not pulling out is having a baby, you would not be coming in people. But because you even have the audacity to ask at that moment, you want an option.
No.
Or you want to be validated of your choice. That's yes.
No, it's not like that, huh?
Yes, you're looking for validation in that moment to do what you actually want to do.
Should I come aside?
You then say yes, then you do it, and then all of a sudden you go. Why aren't you buying the morning after pill?
Cinema good.
How much is no?
Cinema good.
No.
Still go do.
How much God is watching you? Huh? At the end of the day, you are not the one left with the burden. Women are left with the post-coital burden of ensuring that something doesn't happen to them when it was two who were doing that.
Yeah.
Then, like, when you're drunk, you're like, should I take the pill? Because you don't even remember.
It's a shame. Okay, yes. So now we went very far. So now going back now to that household that begins like that.
Yes, there's the household.
Hate now in there.
Look at us already here pissed off. Imagine that is what is going to set the precedence of the marriage. You did not pull out. You taught me not to pull out.
Hate each other. Wazundaramo na mwana wakaere.
The child's name will be what?
Mavuto.
Don't son. Hey, like, what makes you think like that relationship is going to survive at the end of the day? Where now you're feeling like you are in this relationship out of duty.
You see? So in that kind of relationship, in that kind of marriage, the guy just feels at liberty to just cheat because he feels all this was just forced on him.
Trapped as well. Some men feel like they were trapped.
Yes, that's the word actually. It's an actual thing.
If you're a woman, Links Lungu, if you're a woman, and I have a man who come to you in his car, can I come talk to you? You enter his car. It should have been you I married. In my eyes, when I think about it and how we were together.
And she's crying there.
Chilila. Huh? What is at home? They just forced me. And now here I am thinking of how amazing you were. And you are still single like that, breast perky shit like that. And then this man is telling you all that. And then you're there and it's so pathetic. He's got mamina. It's awkward. His masculinity is on the floor. And you're like, no, I'm not being mean. But then you're like, this is not what I wanted to marry, you know. You look at him, he's a mess. But then you realize you're like, he put himself in that situation as well. Especially if someone cheated on you, right? Mm-hmm. Or someone broke up with you because they made you feel like you're not worthy enough for them. Then they come back looking pathetic. And then they're crying for you. And then they have the child now who the accidental come. He's now 7 years. And the wife has 2 more children. You know what you're doing.
You know, I think bonding because of a child is one of the biggest mistakes we make as Zambians.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you can co-parent, that would be okay. But then I think kids can sense negative energy. Kids can see that these people are trying to force it. Yes, a child should grow up with both parents available and present. But there's going to be hostility still. There's always you going to be lashing out at the other person. This was never supposed to happen. This child was a mistake. And now we've seen so many, is it disturbed adults? This someone who use ghost accounts and lock their profiles. They they went through so much trauma growing up. Their parents continuously calling them mistakes and accidents, you know, that kind of thing. And now this is what it all comes back to the whole cheating thing. The woman is not happy, the man is not happy. Like, oh, let me be with somebody I can actually enjoy my time with.
But then also, again, the problem is when you're in that sort of relationship, you also now reach a level of comfortability where the women you are cheating with, you don't want to actually have a long-term entanglement with.
Short time.
You are feeling trapped as a man. Yeah. You're feeling trapped in your marriage as a man, but you're still so reckless that you would rather not also make long-term connections with the people you're looking for. What are you looking for then?
A chop.
Huh?
Just a chop.
Is that how life should be?
No, it shouldn't be like that. But then it depends on what. Are you a person who's married?
So if you are not married, regardless, you'll be chopping everything. Like, where is your life going? What is your purpose?
In the words of is it Malema? Not Malema. What's my boy's name?
Malema
said
is married.
We are cruising nicely. What's his name?
I don't know. I don't subscribe to
my
rubbish.
favorite South African and it's Julius. Yeah, has to be Julius. We are cruising nicely. If you are just with those people to satisfy your temporal needs, you're not there for what's that word?
Long time?
A long time, permanent kind of thing. In football, there's on loan and transfer. So transfer is you looking for something permanent. Then on loan, just for you need something, I need something. Papa, we sort each other out to go our separate ways.
But why are you having a short term that goes over 6 months, 7 months? What is that?
Because the chop slaps.
No. No. If you are consistently with someone for over 5-6 months and you're still saying you're playing, you're just a coward. You're a coward.
Not even.
It is, because you are so afraid to make something real, but you'd rather stick to something that you are doing because you're afraid of the unknown.
No, it's not even that.
A sneaky link 6 months.
Yes. It's your emotions just being... You're actually emotionally intelligent.
No, you're not.
You are.
6 months.
Yes.
Because now the next question is sneaky links. Back to episode 1. Sneaky links. If you are not open with your sneaky link on other extracurricular activity you're doing, isn't that also considered cheating?
No, it's not.
Why not?
Cheating happens when you are... Emotionally and... The same way, we talked about in the beginning how we define cheating. That's happening in a relationship, but you and that person are not in a relationship.
But if you're cheating,
for one or two things.
If you're cheating and sleeping around can cause your partner, your sneaky link partner, can put them at risk. Don't you owe them to have that conversation?
Yes, in that particular aspect, yeah. So it's important to at least just be open with that sneaky link. Tell them you are touching other fields as well.
Exactly.
You're outsourcing elsewhere.
Exactly. So, and then you give them the opportunity to...
That's you just being open with them. It's not called cheating. Cheating is happening in active relationships where you tell the person or you and that person agree that you are actively dating or married. If you guys are just sleeping with each other, that is not a relationship. If
you had a sneaky link and they were sleeping with other people, would you be okay with it?
No, it's to go.
Why? Why?
I don't know what's happening. I'm going to do it again.
Why? Now all of a sudden it's a no.
No, because health comes, that's why I'm saying that yes, it's good to be open. That person tells you that, okay, I'm outsourcing this side. Even you tell me I'm outsourcing this side. Yes. So that you know now what should be discussed in A, B, C, D, E. Exactly.
That's why these sneaky things,
it's nonsense.
I'm done.
It's nonsense.
And then, I'm not like I started. I'm just not into it. I'm a lady. And then, now back to cheating. Do you think it's possible to recover from a situation where your partner cheated on you? No.
Personally, I'll speak in personal capacity.
Mister, I'm not into relationships, but if you hurt me,
I'll beat you.
If you, we're not those kind of people here.
I've been in relationships before. And I've been cheated on before. It's not nice.
It's not nice.
I think, was that episode 2? I spoke about how I cried for 3 months. No, 3 years actually. I was downcast. I was gone. I couldn't eat for a very long time because I loved that person very much. So I decided, well, I healed, moved on, tried maybe something else. Again, she cheated. Maybe this is not my thing. Again,
she cheated the first time you stayed. And then she cheated the second time.
I was very forgiving.
Same.
No, listen. She cheated the first time, forgave her. Then I loved her so much, took her back and tried to understand. Then she cheated again, like I know such. Then I moved on to another person. That person did the same. But then the hurt from the first one, it's like it finished the hurt. So I remained with a small hurt. Then this one, okay, it pained, but not as much as the first one. So I left that one as well. Then I went to the third one, manche. In all my nankane, I've only had 4 girlfriends.
Now, you see women, when you cheat on good men like Links Lungu, what do you leave for us? Emotionless bastards.
No, we're not emotionless.
Yes.
We just know how to look after our emotions well.
You lock them away.
Not even locking them away.
That's locking.
You just understand.
You're afraid of feeling.
Not even afraid.
Or you're afraid of labels. You're afraid of labels because labels make it official.
No.
Because if you're in a situation where you are a sneaky link with somebody and you're doing everything that is a relationship, everything. You're doing everything. But you're just afraid to put a label on it. What is that?
If you understand the woman very well. The same woman who sold Samson. You will know.
Who sold Samson? Delilah.
Delilah. My boy had lacquer hair. I don't know if those were dreadlocks or what. He told her the secret. She woke up at 01. Umfweni. Aba mdala. Amaka yafuma kunani kani. German ifumuko. Then they told her, kamubeye. Mairo azatasha. Like, what did he ever do to her?
She got drunk and then the girl had him, ka?
He didn't get drunk.
What happened?
I think it was a Nazirite. Nazirites don't drink.
No, there's something that he was sleeping.
He was just sleeping.
My
guy was too strong, so all that
energy.
Like his day was just about fighting lions and whatnot. He got tired. He had to go sleep.
Why was he opening lions' mouths now, Samson?
He was, he had to show God's power.
The lion did what? Mufasa.
No, it attacked him. He killed Aaron.
It's Mufasa. Aaron, He just goes, I'm gonna put my hands on him. I'm just like,
You're just that's how he used to. Though his hobbies.
But what does also that story teach us?
Don't trust women.
No.
That's all.
Even as a man, you make yourself very gullible to seduction when you're just flaunting your things.
Seduction. My boy just really cared
I'm
about
very
that
strong.
woman.
I opened the lion. Woo! I have 200,000 kwacha cash. Chikukonka. Same narrative. Isn't that the same narrative?
It's not the same narrative.
Samson could have just kept his mouth shut about his hair.
No, everybody knew about him.
No, they knew he was strong.
They knew he was strong, but you see, when you're vulnerable with someone, you tell them everything. Mm-hmm. So he thought Delilah was the one. She looked like her with that Peruvian, had my eyelashes, she had French tip and whatnot. With an iPhone 18. She was cutting.
iPhone 18.
I love this goes. And my boy thought, this is my safe space. And he opened up, baby umfwa. Piro took after a chop. Me, Mandy, my power comes from.
He even did that.
Hello, women can be jealous. Imagine your boyfriend has got 18 inch. You've got 12. Explode.
Jumbo drone. Do like this.
She was not having it.
She's like,
baby, come.
Snake.
She even sleeps on her chest. Okay.
Chop was fire. People.
So now, after a bus and out, he sleeps. And then now, 01, she wakes up. She goes to cancel. Like, the way you sent me, they just sent her guy. The way you sent me, I've come back with news. And I think she actually cared. That's why she cried the time that she was dying. Like, she was even doing this. Much the power is in the hair. But please don't kill him. Then they slapped her. Yeah, she fell down. Then that's how they went to his house. What is the then there is. That's how they went. Yeah. Found my boy snoring. It's like this on. Then I told her, cut his hair. Won't do it. Cut his hair because it might interfere with Nankane. So now he's trusting her because he can smell her like, yes, baby. She's caressing his head. Mine throat to a bunch Samson.
Your power is going. You're depleting, bro. Wake up, bro.
Chopped my boy's hair. My boy woke up with a yubu.
And then on top of that, they got his eyes as well.
Yes.
And in case this guy can see around.
Exactly. And God should have assisted him. But yeah, that's how they imprisoned him, then forked out his eyes, and then, yeah, I don't know how long that took, but then his hair started growing back, so his strength started coming back. That's how
even them, they couldn't see the hair.
No, they thought because it's just like a small afro, he can't
like
do
after
anything.
you wax.
So my boy went, take me some pillars. I'm not feeling well. I hold some pillars.
We are twisting the stories.
It's not even twisting. This is exactly what happened.
No, it's facts, though.
You know, I think churches should actually tell stories this way. It's fun.
You enjoy like this, not you just all the time. It's
yeah. He told the pastor, take me some to that pill. I'm feeling weak. Because they were taken for sentencing. So my boy started doing like this blind guy.
Nivisilize chabe, nivibalemo chabe. All of us, bakumwa na kabanyo. Women.
So you asked me about why I don't trust women. Yeah. If those things have happened since time immemorial, imagine what's happening now with phones. A woman can be trusted.
I have more on that. I have more to argue on that, but I will let it go.
Okay.
I've got bullets. You're even scared of my bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Pew pew.
Didn't we have none kind of submissions today that we can look at?
We did, but I figured we should do them. We still have time though.
Mm-hmm. Because cheating is a very complex topic.
I didn't like the submissions. They were not like... they're not wow.
No, we can just touch 5 maybe.
Okay, let's do this one. It's new. So we're all blind reacting on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read it. This one says... I can't give you because it's in my DMs. No.
I don't care about the names. You know me and confidentiality. You don't trust me anymore.
Not like that. I don't trust you at all. As per tradition, hide my ID. From my experience, sex was fun before we got married. Should let me F her. Should let me sleep with her anywhere in the car, by her corner restaurant toilet. Then we got married and had kids. It's just missionary and dog yet her choosing. And when she's not in the mood, even for 2 months, then she's just to watch. Eventually, I got hungry and one day chose someone else, and it felt like how it was with my wife when we were dating. But I've never let it disturb my home. Sir.
Well, it's complaining about dog, I'm sure. There's other positions.
Yes.
What are people doing in this home?
Other better positions, yes.
My God, what have I been doing?
Doggy and missionary, more.
Those are the only things I know.
More. It happens.
Are we reacting to that one first?
We discuss.
Let's discuss.
So this one is saying that
excitement.
It was exciting when they first started.
I saw a meme like that. That guys have sex in advance. There's no sex in marriage. At it finishes.
How does it go?
Do you have anything on that? Over to you.
Where does it go?
Goes. I don't know. The excitement.
What, people
finishes.
change or what?
I think I think marriage is too involving. The excitement that you had before you guys had all these responsibilities, because you are always tired. Maybe I don't know. Maybe this is what he's going through. Most times, and then maybe there's like a flame here and there. But why is he complaining about missionary? Guys, missionary is beautiful.
But would you rather go the extra mile of cheating than just having a conversation with your partner? Saying, why go the extra mile and cheat when you can just have a conversation with your partner?
No, my boy just wanted to outsource.
And say like, guy,
because you would have easily told madam, maybe let's try something else.
It's not slapping anymore. So I would rather...
You see what I fear about marriage? Yes, you can call me a coward, but a lot changes in marriage.
It only changes if you let it change.
No, I look at this person every day.
If you like each other, if you love each other,
if you love each other,
I feel like you can get married and do things in so many ways. And for me, that's one reason I'm scared of marriage. I'm not scared of marriage because it's bad. I'm scared of marriage because I'll make the wrong choice and I'll be stuck with somebody I'm not interested. Oh, no, not that I'm not interested in, but like I'll be stuck with someone who is not on the wavelength that I want to be.
Exactly.
One day you wake up, this person, you know what I mean? Like, why would you want to marry? That's why men like teasing men who marry for bums. One day those bums, no matter how much they shake, they will not entice you. But like, where's the conversation? Where's the friendship? Where is the let's build, let's grow, let's work, let's hustle, let's push together? That, you know?
Yeah,
that's what scares me.
Yeah, that's why teeth is also very important.
Because if you are sleeping with someone you like also here. If you're sleeping with someone you like, not just down here. Sapiosexual vibe like that.
High five to that.
Why are you high-fiving me?
That's very important. Actually.
That we like sapiosexuals.
Zero is very important.
Yeah, you know, there's always going to be something new to discuss and do what. Now, when you marry someone and then all of a sudden, that's why those people who you said get pregnant or their partners, they're marrying women who, because they feel pregnant, they get upset because something that was supposed to be a short time has turned into a long time.
Yeah.
You can't take it back. So they're like, I was just with this one for not really anything emotional.
Not plan to commit a lifetime.
What conversation have you had post-chop in your life together? You just talk about, the only conversation you have was how good the chop was when
That's
it happened.
I like
Nafiwama or whatever language you used to speak to show your excitement after you've been banned. All those 3 seconds.
And then a few weeks later, I'm pregnant.
I'm up.
Yeah.
It's up.
Yes, I'm up.
I never have that conversation in my life.
You see? So now you're trying to make it... No, we'll not touch that. But okay.
Yeah.
Maybe from that now, the genesis of your relationship it plays a very big part into your marriage now. Did you plan to get married? Did you have an actual feasible relationship before you guys decided to tie the knot?
But men, I'm pregnant. I have a girlfriend.
I must lie to you.
Where was this girlfriend?
She was about.
Why now all of a sudden she's there?
Because you're pregnant.
Did you? We ask.
No, you don't ask.
We ask.
No.
We ask. Your girlfriend will beat me. We ask. No. Men, you're not getting away with this one.
You get me beaten. Then you say, no, don't worry, she won't beat you. That's a response. That's an answer. Like, yes, I have a girlfriend. Do you want this chop or no? In Vakuivo. Oh, it's your own fault. Let's do this. Now you choose to overlook that because now you're carrying strangers in your stomach. No. That is not. Maybe I've overwrapped.
You think? You know? But then also like, so this one, he's looking for excitement. He shouldn't be. This one.
My boy sounds tired.
Sir, you haven't said how long you've been married. And it's just missionary and doggy. But if it's just missionary and doggy, who is down? You can't just say, baby, put your car. You know, have you heard of that song? One leg on the headboard. And then watch him. Is that Sexy Red or Megan? One of them?
No, I don't listen to these new people.
Anyway.
Still, but aren't those enough?
We've just said one.
No, I mean this Nankane. This position he's talking about.
It's not. Be honestly speaking.
What are you people doing in the bedroom?
Because it's not. It's not
because
enough.
Because my foundation is those two. So I don't know what my boy is talking about. What is this other woman giving him?
Sitting on each other.
For riding and whatnot.
Like this. But why are you also... we can talk a lot. This one says...
Stuart.
This one says... My man hasn't touched me in 3 years, going on 4 now. Okay, Olochendi, when Maza is to do what? Needless to say, he has ED, yeah. So our sex life mainly consisted of oral, which I didn't have a problem with. But trouble hit when one day I wanted that same tongue and fingers, and dude wasn't for it. After several begs, I was given the finger and tongue, and when I came, was told, Hope Wakuta, for the next 2 years. And guess what? It's been nearly 4 years now. Shilomba, but I eat.
Okay, for those people who don't understand it, it's erectile dysfunction. So when she said Shilomba, but I eat, she's eating
She
elsewhere.
said what she said. She said what she said. She did not start.
No, but yeah, 4 years with this ovulation people experience here is a long time. So obviously she's outsourcing. And then my boy thought that so Sakai went up.
And she thought he was joking.
And for sure, not 2 years, 4 years. He hasn't touched her.
Bruh.
But then with erectile dysfunction, ED, I have noticed that sometimes these things also work with attraction. You may think someone has ED, but it's working elsewhere.
Rubbish.
I'm telling you.
Rubbish. Ouch, that on my mouth.
I'm not even asking. I'm telling you.
Rubbish.
Attraction nasira. Switch tika.
You are the same people who be like, a man is a man. Today ED is relative.
Yes.
Bruh.
No, there's ED. That's true. Yes, it does happen. Like where you cannot function and whatnot.
Bruh.
But then you think he's telling you,
It's not lifting. I'm not listening. If it's not lifting, it's not lifting. Huh? What are you, Benny?
Listen.
Why do you dab one then you make what I said seem like it was 2 times worse than I said?
Girl, fam.
I believe in
But
miracles because I believe in God.
No, that's Ernest Angling.
Ernest Angling. There's what time by initially President VC 1545.
But what I am telling you is true. ED does happen. It's a very sad thing. But then there's situations where the guy is telling you it's ED, but he just doesn't find you attractive anymore. It's very difficult for him to get a boner for you. Switch tika wasiranchito. Then he has to go to my industries man, you suck it out sourcing. It gets bad. This side outside the house, proper performance. When I'm saying this because I've done that before.
Me, my sneaky link once slept next to me and they didn't touch me. I felt a whole kind of.
He was shy.
Shy of what?
That's how we are.
Rubbish. Why are we sleeping? Why are we sleeping?
Did you communicate that you wanted the job? No.
No, because why am I communicating?
You expect
the one who says the sneaky link is a sneaky link. Why should I communicate what I want when you know?
If anything, a sneaky link is someone who's supposed to be very open. Just it's time for us to smash. Tell him just point blank. What if you're scared?
Why are we sleeping? Why are we sleeping? Why are we sleeping?
Still in a problem.
Why are we sleeping?
In a problem.
Why are we sleeping?
Communication.
Why are we sleeping?
Tell the person.
Why are we sleeping?
It's time to sleep.
Why in a lodge you are sleeping?
It was past 21.
It was past 22.
You've seen.
And like I'm full, I was sneaking in.
It was okay. My boy just wanted to sleep.
Bruh.
But you had other motives.
Ukani.
Hey. Daddy, this whole program. Why are you doing like this?
Even sleeping. Even wake up at...
It touched you, eh?
I'll never forgive. It makes you just feel so unattractive.
No, it's not even.
It is.
My boy was just tired.
No, your boy wasn't tired.
Did you talk about it though?
No, but then the same sticky link afterwards came to see me in the morning. Then they were like, I wanted to do this. 5 hours later.
Yeah,
why didn't they also do it? Rubbish. Probably getting it somewhere else. It's okay. Good afternoon. Oh, sorry. This is one of the stories I'm going to start to wrap up, but I think we should do part 2. This conversation is juicy. I think I've enjoyed this episode the most, and we're not drunk.
No, we're not.
I'm very smart when I'm sober. But listen, this one, I want to end this conversation. We'll do it part 2. I think we need a part 2 on cheating.
Yes.
I like this. Can we have a part 2? Thank you. Because 52 weeks in a year. Okay, so this is something I want to tell people, right? If you follow my page, this is a breaking news. Dun, 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 dun. So there's this chick who once wrote, and she said that she was with this guy, and this guy, she's very attracted to him. They were like sneaky links, I think. Let me just read it. Mm-hmm. She says, so Maza, I love this girl, by the way. So Maza inekaya, why I attract drama, mu life yanga. So I decided to find myself a single nice looking guy. He's generous, kind, caring, and a caring man. He makes sure he does almost anything for me and love nicely. I can't lie. Manje kaya ni problem olo, nichizende kaya. Maza, we both are sexually active and attracted to each other, and we like trying out new things. Last weekend, we decided to take a drive and just have some nice sex in the car from far away. So we went Kuma, Lilai Kuja Kuma, last around 22. We reached Paka Spot. I had the chitenge without anything, of course. Ninacho such tenge, and him, he's short. And that's how we started doing the deed. After enjoying the deed in the car, I decided we go have it outside. Tinachoka bueno, taimba, naku, nyengana. Maza. Nanga kubola kumvela koche, imwe wafikala, mochita chani. The man was to protect me nanga kutaba nonisia. I wanted to follow suit noniguila. And that's how they shouted at your boy. That's how he came back. We're both naked. Maza. And that's how one of the guys said, Lekanchi vikope vivene Adam na Eve. He then begged and left 300 kwacha for them and drove off. Maza, Njila Yonse, we never talked tenze z till home. The following day, I left his house, and since then, we have never talked about it. Yesterday, we met Mutao Nanga for us to start laughing at each other, Mongani Vipuva, and said, I will come pick you up from home. We go chill and talk about everything. Manje Maza, I feel embarrassed, Mwandi. Vinach kwa pula Maza. That is the story. That's
not just a similar story.
It was shared. This is back then.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you an update.
Okay. So
you remember that story?
I remember it.
On my page. She goes, good afternoon. This is part 2. Let me take a screenshot later for go. Part 2. Today, 13th episode. 2nd or 3rd February. 3rd February. Thank you. She goes, good afternoon. So, Ine, I've come to update you, my brothers and sisters, on your page. Kuti. We are finally getting married in April after wanachukua for nyingela na panja pa moto kakulai. Imwani same tu yu mamune mwe because bye. They're getting and people say love.
What's her name?
People say love doesn't exist.
Congratulations, my dear.
If this is not love, I don't want to be in this world. Guys, I have my first marriage.
You see, like this, the understanding is wild.
They know each other.
And their grassroots were excellent.
Literally, because grassroots. Whenever couple up humbled as a couple.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I think the name is Selena or Cecilia, I don't know. But I wish you guys all the best.
I am coming to this wedding. If it's going to be in Lusaka, I'm coming. If it's going to be in Kitwe,
I'll be invited.
I'm coming. I am going. I don't know about you. I am going. We should go. And then when she passes, when they pass, we just look at them together. And then us will be like, their dance will be.
I'll go with whips. A celebration, we haven't done like this. No one will understand, it's just us.
Valpuva, from Valpuva to the altar, look at God. Won't he do it?
God does so.
Congratulations. Now this man who ran away and they're whipping you.
No, Terra is wild.
Fight or flight him, he float.
Because he thought they are going to react the same way. All of us bullet.
Iwe, navala chitenge na chianzika. Nitabila kuti mantako.
He's naked. He's run away naked. Even her.
Why did he come back?
Both of them,
Why did he come back?
He realized that, okay, I've done a mistake.
They said motoka. He's like,
a greater risk. And those guys they're not even junkies. They were just trying to instill sense in them, and that's very commendable. They didn't get their car, they didn't get their keys, they didn't get their money. He had to offer them money, and that's 300. They accepted and went. Those are caretakers mostly. That's very. They are very thoughtful. They must be invited.
They really care about their health.
If possible, go to Leah Kuma ends. Find them and invite them for the wedding. Those people brought you guys and strengthened your bond. That's very nice, actually. Guys, mutikumbukira.
As a unit,
mnatikwa pula jade.
As a unit.
Adam na Eva.
Adam na Eva. Anyway, so next week we'll continue with part 2. We'll get into it, and the other side of cheating is what we'll discuss. What are the repercussions of cheating?
I think
you know what I'm talking about, what it leads to, and why we should be cautious when we're in these streets, because
yeah, in next week I'll be announcing people are cheating on their partners.
I thought you'd say you'll be Dr. Lungu next week.
Yeah, I'll be Dr. Lungu.
You really want to get into this, genital what?
I've learned a lot of things from Dr. Mjajati. So, Chief, thank you so much for the knowledge. I'm now a doctor.
For yourself.
Based on Facebook qualifications. And yes, if I've seen you with someone that I know is not your partner, next week, you have to stay tuned. I am announcing names I'll be reading. I've written a list. If I saw you at so and so with someone that the person that you don't post, you're in trouble. You think you're clever. Cheating is going to stop. This
question before we leave, the question we're going to leave the podcast with today. Links.
Yes, my dear.
Why then did you ask me, if you are not in any relationship, why did you ask me whether you had been posted in that group where women are exposing men? Is it because you're in a relationship or you're just a hoe? Until next week, I am going to ask more burning questions from these two and Links. It's cheers. How long has it been? Exactly. That's a good show. That's a great show. That was really well. So